To the Small Ensembles concert. My name is Mr. Ted Cherney and I am the choir director here at MTHS. I have the honor of showing you 4 fantastic choirs tonight, starting with the AcaFellas, standing right behind me right here. Yeah, absolutely. So the AcaFellas is going to start with a song called The Wellerman tonight. Now, The Wellerman actually was released in 1970. But it didn't really become popular until 2021 when there was a very strange internet trend. So this is completely true. But in 2021, there was this big viral TikTok trend where everyone was recording themselves singing sea shanties, which is about as crazy as it sounds. It really was very strange. And as someone who has been singing sea shanties his entire life, I personally loved it, but I definitely thought it was a little weird. However, I just love the fact that there is now this big trend showing this younger generation a whole new genre of music that they'd probably never heard before. So, very cool with that. We are going to start with our rendition of Wellerman. I hope you enjoy the AcaFellas.
Sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow.
Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da.
Hit the water, the whale still came up in water. Our heads to the side, our food and fodder, when she died down low.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go.
Thank you very much. So moving right along, our next song is going to be Men in Tights, brought to you by the very famous Mel Brooks. You might know him from Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles. So Mel Brooks brought us a ton of different musical classics, one of which from Robin Hood, Men in Tights. You know, it's really interesting, but every single concert I've done at this school since I've started here, 1 or 2 people always come up to me afterwards and say, wow, you have a lot of boys. Right? Which, like, they should be surprised because choir programs all across America are struggling to get boys into their programs. And we have so many, right? Not only do we have just so many talented boys, but we have a lot of boys who are just not afraid to put themselves out there, which is something I've always really appreciated about this group. Not only are they totally willing to go up and sing a solo, but they're totally willing to sing a song about being manly men in tights. You know, which I think probably not a lot of high school boys would be totally into. You know, but we really are quite lucky to just have some guys who are just very comfortable with themselves and are willing to do this kind of thing. It's really fantastic, absolutely. All right, so this is going to be Men in Tights.
We're men in tights, always come with the men in tights. We're Butch!
I wasn't kidding, it's quite goofy, right? Alright, so with this last song, I have to start with a confession to make. So I have always had this big guilty pleasure. Ever since I was young, my guilty pleasure has always been boy bands. And it's true, ever since I was a kid, I always loved the harmonies, the catchy melodies, and really, I grew up in the golden age of boy bands, right? So the Backstreet Boys wrote I Want It That Way in 1999, way before any of these kids were born behind me, right? However, when I announced it to them that we were singing this song, they went crazy. They were beyond enthusiastic. And in fact, the thing that surprised me the most was they knew all the words before we even started learning it, right? Which was pretty insane. And it's weird to think about, right? Because for some of us, that song feels so recent. But there's gonna come a time where that is known as an old classic, right? I'm gonna be telling my students years from now, oh, back in my day, I used to listen to the Backstreet Boys on my hit clips. Which, does anyone remember what a hit clip is? If you don't, consider yourself lucky, right? It was essentially this tiny little cassette player that played just 1 minute of whatever song you wanted to. I know, can you believe we actually spent money on that? Pretty crazy. So we're gonna perform I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys featuring some fantastic soloists and our very own Dylan Narad on guitar. All right, right after that we have a set with Mr. Havington and the Chamber Orchestra. Thank you so much for being such a fantastic audience. We will be back in a little bit with our women's choir, Naturally Sharp. So sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, you are my fire, the one desire relief. When I say I want it that way,